So here's a little bit more detail schematically showing the application, the workflow, the hierarchy of the stuff, so to speak. So here's your iPad, and this should come with FileMaker Go 16 installed. It's very important that you have the version 16. It's a blue folder. There's an older version of this, 15, that's purple that we used on Target. You absolutely have to have the blue one. So your EMG iPad should have come installed with it. If it didn't, you can always just go to the App Store and search for FileMaker Go 16, and it's free, and you can download it there. So this is kind of the thing that's always on your app. This is the platform. We're calling it the application platform. And then within that platform, this is the tool we created, our development team of Liz and Joe Scala and Kevin Caranda, a little bit of me. This is what we commonly refer to as the app, but it's really the template file. So it's going to be called something like this. It was called AC FCA Beta version 46. I think we've agreed we're out of beta now, and it's going to be called something more like this, Asset Calc Go FCA, but we're going to keep this number, at least for the time being, to make sure you have the latest one. By the time you're watching this video, there's a very high likelihood you'll be above number 46 here. So anyway, this is the most recent template file. This is the thing that has all the intelligence, the smarts of gathering the FCA information. And the way this comes to you, the first time you're going to get it by email. So Liz or someone is going to email you the file. And after that point, they've smartly wired this thing up so that it insists that you have the latest version. So after the first time, and this is emailed to you once, when you open this up, assuming you have a cell or Wi-Fi connection, it's going to check to make sure you have the most recent version. And if you don't, it's going to prompt you to download it from the Asset Calc kind of EMG server. So that's the platform, that's the template file, and this is how you keep it up to date. Going a little bit more detail about the hierarchy here. So again, here's the application platform, here's the template file that sits within it, and then from this file you spawn off your individual projects. So you use this template, if you kind of think of it as a Word template, to spawn off each of your jobs. Say I worked here on March 8th in Orange County, and in February I was in Boston, and in late December I was on a facility dude job in Oakland. So these kind of get named with your name and the date on the program you're on, and this is how you keep your different data sets straight for your different projects, your different days that you're working. Again, this is created from here, and it's actually in here that you're putting all your data and photos. This stays on your iPad blank as a template kernel kind of file. Let me shrink down just a bit to show this slide. So expanding, adding on to that last slide just a bit, here's kind of your workflow. Again, there's the template file, here's your job files. A note here that once these are spawned off, this link is kind of severed. So you can't update this app once you've spawned it off and started putting data into it. It kind of is what it is at that point. This thing you do talk to Asset Calc to get the folder structure. It's very smart that way, but otherwise your data is pushing one way. You're pushing the data from this app into Asset Calc. And say at the end of the first day you could push it once. Make sure you get your data safe in the cloud, making sure your iPad doesn't get broken, stolen, or whatever, and you don't lose everything. But there's nothing stopping you from repeated data pushes. It's going to overwrite what you put in there to begin with some exception that we'll get to in a bit.